I think the lighting is perfect.
Yeah, for a gray beard.
Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Watch your language. This is a family-friendly channel. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2021. The album, Dad. AF. What's the song we always sing to each other that we can sing? Don't it make my brown eyes blue? Tanya,
oh, we do sing
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by?
And did I?
Okay, we can't sing anymore of that or get copyright.
Okay.
We're good singing.
I was in it.
We were in it. Okay. So my best friend of 20, God, it's been like 25 years now almost. 25, 24. How old is your son?
28.
28. So I met him when you were 4. I met you when he was 4, so 24 years. So we've been best friends for over 24 years now, and the most difficult decision we have had to make tonight is A, where were we going to do this video, and B, whether she was going to wear her glasses or not. So
look at her.
She's like, the lighting is horrible, and I said, no, it's not. And she goes, for a gray beard, it looks good. And I said, okay. But anyway, so we have been feeding this video out for a while now that we were going to do a video talking about the Real Housewives. We did a video before. Tanya's always like, I don't want to be in a video of yours. I don't want to be in a video, blah, 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 whatever. So we did the Real Housewives. I said, hey, let's do this Real Housewives video talking about Salt Lake City, the new season, and Beverly Hills. And she said, okay. And then we did the video, and she was so into reading the comments that she goes, we did really good in that video.
Oh, I did
Yes, she said, we got so many views. We need to do
I
another
read it
video.
a week later.
What? Okay, she's got treats down here. We're sitting at the gas station. We're sitting at a pump that has, you know, the bag over it so nobody can. I said, this is perfect lighting. So this is a pump that nobody can use. And this is perfect for us because then we can see everybody come out.
Well, your friend's up there. Look at him.
This is the guy that works at the gas station. She calls him my friend.
He loves Peter.
Okay, so we can judge all these people that come out here, like right now. What'd this guy get? Do you see? Oh, he got all kinds of treats.
He was in there forever. I think he went grocery shopping.
Anyway,
good for him.
So I put on Instagram, ask us your opinions of things you want to know about what Tanya and I think about the Real Housewives and all of that. But so we're going to talk about Atlanta confirming their cast for this next season. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion so far, of which I have not watched the third part. I was trying to tonight, but Tanya, of course, already watched it, and half the season of Wentworth that just came out today. And then we're going to also talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which Tanya, I know, is already bored of. So, first of all, let's talk about, well, do you have anything to say to the people before we get started?
No.
People were so nice. They love you in videos.
I know. But did you see where...
Oh my God!
Did you see where Marlo Hampton finally got a peach?
Okay, why do you think I would care about that?
Because you love her.
I mean, she is
Give
my...
her a peach! Give her a peach!
Oh, I love Marlo so much. She's my absolute favorite.
She is. And they, well, I don't know who's confirmed. I haven't read that.
I read the confirmed one, so do you want to hear?
Sure.
Okay, so I have...
Cynthia's out, because they wanted her to be a friend.
Cynthia's out, and Portia's out. I read the whole thing right here.
Portia didn't want to hear.
Oh, okay, wait. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is on the Real Housewives, on their, what do you call it? On the... Shoot, what do you call it? On the Instagram. Dorit Kemsley could be on the chopping block. So we'll talk about that in a second too. And then where's my receipts for this? Oh, here it is, right here. Confirmed. The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 cast announced. And here we go. Candy Burruss, Kenya Moore, and Drew Sidora.
Why? I don't know why she's back.
I don't either.
She doesn't have a story.
They shouldn't give her, they gave her a peach before they gave
That's ridiculous.
Marlo. Okay, I heard though that Marlo didn't want a peach, so I'm wondering why now she did.
I think Marlo doesn't kiss Bub.
Well, I think this is what's going to happen. I think Marlo's going to get her peach, and then I think Marlo's going to bring Nene back this season after.
Oh, they've already talked about bringing...
Really?
Even Kenya Moore was like, yeah, Nene's got a lot to offer. Even though she doesn't like me, she has a place on the show.
Oh my God, the guy's driving off with... Oh my God, yes!
Oh.
He drove off with the pump in his thing.
Oh my God, lock your doors. Something's wrong with him. And he was...
No, he was in the gas station. He was fine. He's laughing. He pulled the pump right out of the...
We need to move. It might blow it up.
Oh, Tanya Jean. He's handsome, though.
He's not that handsome.
He looks like one of those, what do you call it? Do you remember, we're talking to Mob Wives. What was the woman that had her own TV
Jerseys.
show? No, but the real woman.
Look at that, Peter. I swear he's going to set this place on fire. That guy next to him is like, whoa, dude.
Ring of Fire will be singing next. Who is the woman whose dad was like Gotti? Remember Victoria Gotti? She had her own TV show. Her sons, that's what he looks like. Okay, he's got the same hairdo and stuff. Okay, back to this. Well, Drew, okay, first of all, Nene Leakes makes great television. I was watching these TikToks that my husband was playing about Nene Leakes going off on people, and she said, but you're not getting an apology from being all that kind of stuff. I love Nene Leakes so much.
She got really mean, though. She got pretty dark, but I think she was
going through a hard time, you know? Her husband was sick and everything.
Tell anybody?
I know he's not going to even go inside and tell somebody.
Citizen's arrest.
We'll go inside and tell him in a second because he's our friend. Okay. You know he's not coming out here and do anything about it.
Oh, no, he'll roll that chair right on out.
He's sitting in a roller chair. Okay, he don't go far. Anyway, okay, are confirmed for The Real Housewives of Season 14. Additionally, Sheree Whitfield will return to the cast for several seasons away. I'm so excited about that.
Check me, boo.
That's your favorite quote. Marlo Hampton is officially a cast member in the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that she got her peach. Okay. Variety also reported that 4-time Olympic gold medalist Sonia Richards-Ross, I have no idea who that is, will join the cast in season 14. Okay, it goes in and talks about Sheree. What? The casting news comes just after weeks that Portia Williams and Cynthia Bailey confirmed their exits from Real Housewives.
But let me tell you, because Portia's not coming on there, is she doesn't want to take the heat for being engaged to her friend's husband.
That's what you think it's about?
Well, yeah, they will come for her. She came for everyone else. He's the guy, you know when they went to the pool?
Oh, yeah, I know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You better watch out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get that gas thing on you. Watch somebody pull up and try to put it in their car. So anyway, I am extremely excited about that. Oh, look, aren't those socks cute that I screenshot? So anyway, that's the first thing. But with Portia gone, Cynthia doesn't really stir up much drama, but Portia does. And I feel like there's just not gonna, I mean, how much drama is there gonna be?
Oh, they'll make some drama.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay. So then, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, it's okay. What do you think so far this season?
Boring.
Do you think it is?
I mean, it's not, I don't...
Well, here's my thing, is that they're building the whole thing around Jen Shaw again, just like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills built the whole thing around Erica Jane. Which, I haven't seen the third part, but the first 2 episodes of The Reunion were all about Erica Jane.
Well, Salt Lake City hasn't really built anything around Jen. The last 2 episodes have not really been about her.
But in the intro, they showed them all sitting there, like the very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, when she gets arrested.
So we know that that's going to happen, and then it's kind of like the building of relationships. That Jenny girl, she's real sweet and stuff like that, but she's boring to me.
Oh my God, she breaks my heart. Her husband.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel so bad. You asked me the other day, do you think that she's going to have to be a sister wife? And I was like, no, I don't think she's going to be a sister wife.
No, he wants a sister wife.
Oh, I know, but I don't think she will be.
No, she about died. She needs to toss him to the curb.
I like their little science project days and stuff like that.
Well, I like her with her kids, but I don't like him. You not give me no kid, I'll get another wife that can.
Oh my God, did he say that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And she about died in childbirth, so.
I think she's sweet. I think she's playing it safe right now. You know, I was watching it the other day. Alex and I were talking about this while we were watching it, and he was like, who do you think 5 years from now will be the cast members that are still on? I
don't think it'll be on 5 years from now.
You don't think Salt Lake City will be? Dallas is over. I didn't even know that.
Oh, thank God.
That was really boring. I think 5 years from now it will still be on. And I think that Heather will still be on there. I think, depending on what happens with Jen Shaw, she'll still be on there. I think Whitney will be gone. She's boring, don't you think? She's real sweet, but...
Ooh, her voice is so annoying. I wish they just have I wish Jersey, Atlanta, and Salt Lake City would have a men's housewife. I like the men better than the women.
Do you think I would be a good housewife on a men's show? You should just say yes right away. You'd be able to be my Marlo. Are you kidding?
You would be Marlo. Are you kidding me? Oh.
Let's not even. Why? I love her so much. Okay, so what do you think of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion so far?
What?
That's the longest silence we've had between. We were at our meeting the other night.
Oh, God.
And we were both so tired on the way there that neither one of us was really talking, which is for us a huge thing. So I was telling this guy, I said, oh yeah, Tony and I were on the way here, and we weren't really talking much. And he said,
well, this is a sign of a wonderful friendship.
he goes, that's a sign of a wonderful friendship when you don't have to talk anymore and you can just enjoy each other's silence.
It's like so boring.
We talk constantly.
Okay, so the reunion. You really want to know my opinion?
Yeah, we really want to know your unedited opinion.
Well,
I'm getting some lip gloss.
What? Oh, I can't eat a peanut, but you can have lip gloss?
Show those peanuts that you're eating.
No.
That I had to buy for you.
It's Ninja.
Because there was...
I didn't have enough money. Sam.
She goes, can I eat these while we're doing the video? I go, they're so loud, Tanya. It'll drive the people crazy. Okay.
You can put them in the microwave. So here's...
They are so good. I reviewed them on my review channel. Okay, go ahead. Beverly Hills.
Okay, so what's the...
What? You watch so many reality...
I really don't like anybody on there. I like Rinna, and I know a lot of people don't like Rinna.
I like Rinna.
I like Rinna. I mean, I thought their outfits were horrible.
Did it seem like they were sitting real close to each other?
Yeah, and Kyle, like, her dress, I mean, her boobs were hanging out, and I just didn't like their dresses at all. Erica Jane, I don't know why it's okay for her to talk to the women like she talks to them. I would not stay in a room with someone that talked to me that way.
Who, Erica Jane?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She's coming for them all. That's what she said. She's in Andy's face. I just think she's very arrogant.
Who, Erica Jane?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think, like... Well, here's the thing, is that I felt like there was a point in the reunion when it was like, he was just like, da-da-da, and she was like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I mean, it was just this back and forth Q&A. There really was no, like, interaction. But I'll tell you the thing I really don't understand, and I know that there are a lot of people that feel really bad for Erica Jane going through this. I personally don't, okay? I mean, the fact that she was like, it wasn't like when they asked her about, you took this trip and got on a private plane and were wearing your Cartier ring, and she was like, it wasn't my friend, it was my friend's plane, and I'm not gonna turn that. I mean, I understand all that, but it's like, at the same time, like, aren't you trying to, like, it just looks so bad, right?
Well, they last night on the reunion, they said, hey, can you, Crystal said, the only thing, because I do feel for Jared, like, here's the way I really feel. I feel like this whole time, Erica Jane has lived a lie. It was a total act. We never saw her, which you're supposed to see their everything. I think she was a total faker. And then all of a sudden the truth's coming out, and they're like, so who are you? Like, who is she?
But here's my thing, and this is my biggest issue. You're getting like real Peter Tanya talk now. We're driving. The thing that really drives me crazy though is all of them co-sign her BS.
Oh,
like,
they're scared of her. Why
they're
are
like, oh yeah, we believe that. Oh, we believe that. I'm like, okay, wait a second. When he asked her something to the effect of like, so you really didn't leave? You had to. You really didn't leave, and it was on your own, like, feelings inside that I want to leave this marriage. It had nothing to do with the fact that he was getting... Now, somebody said to me, they said, you better be careful of Erica Jane. She sues people. I said, she's gonna sue me. I got nothing.
Bring it.
Sue me, bring it. But anyway, like, I personally, in my opinion about a public figure, allegedly, do not believe that she left because the marriage was over. She left because she was scared that she was getting caught up in stuff. My mother, back in the day, my mom had a friend. I know I told you this story, okay? And her husband was going down from some insider trading business.
Bye-bye.
I've got some sketchy people that I've known in my life. But anyway, and they got divorced, like, with quickness, because if he went to jail, if he went to prison, there was a chance that she could be indicted as well for being married to him, and like all of their finances were affected. Everything was affected by that. There was an attorney that was telling her to get out of that, and she kept on hiding behind the attorney stuff, and I'm like, you said all this stuff on your show. I mean, this is the thing.
She can hide behind the attorneys, but she doesn't have to be such a cold bitch.
I agree with that.
Because that's like last night.
And they even asked her for about the victims, and I thought, this is such a perfect opportunity for you to say, I feel horrible about what if that were my husband.
Well, she kind of does, but
tonight she did, or last night she did.
But I think they're expecting something out of her that I feel like she's probably in shock and on heavy medication, because to live your whole life, like live her life thinking she has all these millions and then they really don't have anything. But I do believe she knew he cheated. I mean, he cheated on her. I think it was so fake. When you see him, it's so fake.
But you know, for public...
She's like this to him. And then with the girl, she's like, ah.
But I understand her not wanting to talk about that stuff until she felt... No, I'm talking about the cheating and stuff like that. I understand her not wanting to talk about that stuff until she was ready to talk about
5 years?
Stuff. I mean, I know real
the
people.
whole way on the show, she was acting like.
I know a lot of people in real life that don't want to talk about that stuff, and then one day it's like the marriage is over, and they're like, "Yeah, he's been cheating on me for 20 years."
Well, you're not around getting paid just $500 a year to put your. Shit
I love
out
that
there.
Andy said to her. He said something about, "Well, you make pretty good money."
I know what
like,
you make. But she said she's never seen a paycheck, which I kind of believe that. I mean,
Well,
she
that was
served her
like the
purpose.
part. That was the part for me where I was kind of like, I mean, I understand that, and I've known my fair share of women that have been in marriages that have never seen a checkbook, don't ever, right? Hell, I have a very dear friend of mine right now that's going through. Well, she went through a divorce and got screwed by her husband, and when they got divorced and did the what's it called, the financial forensics.
No.
I mean, this man owned businesses and real estate and stuff. She had no clue.
Well,
And
good
she was,
for her.
oh, she got her part.
I hope I find that out when if Eric and I ever get a divorce.
No!
A forensic analyst.
We
Come
don't
on,
want
baby.
all that.
It would be like,
I know my
yeah.
husband doesn't own businesses everywhere and stuff like that. But I'm just like, you know what? Like, if you're gonna make the whole thing about Erica Jane, and she is so cold about it, and I do understand. But here's the thing: it's always, and maybe it's in the editing. I don't know, but it's always like. Like when she sat down for lunch on that very last episode or dinner or whatever it was, and they said like, "How are you doing?" And she goes, "I mean," and they're like, "Oh, sorry, bad question." And she's like, "It's just so hard." And I'm like, at any point, could you just sit there and be like, you know what my husband did, because she said in the I do not believe that he can be responsible for this. Like, she does not believe yet that he did these things.
Well, yeah, I think she does.
But she said she didn't.
She does believe he did them.
But okay, but then don't.
Let me finish.
Everybody's gonna say Peter talked over Tanya Jean the whole time.
Oh no, we will. It would be like no. Okay, so now I lost my. But here's the thing. I wish for one time on the whole show someone would have said, "How are you doing?" And instead of her playing the victim, that she would have said, "You know what? I got up today. I live in a nice house. I drive a car.
Gratitude.
I have a beautiful dog." The people. I'm having a lot better day than the people who didn't watch that documentary. The burn victims, this kid who is getting none of his money and he's in so much pain. It ruined his life. That's what I would have liked to see. Just, I'm doing okay today.
Well, and I think that's my issue is the lack of gratitude that you see.
For what she has.
I mean, she's still got a glam team that's working with her.
I tell you.
That glam team, they worked harder on her for going to that one last party.
Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? That
with the long
fun.
hair extensions. She looked pretty amazing for that. I don't know what they did for her for this reunion. I feel like they tried to purposely make her look like she was having the roughest day of her life. She did not look great on this reunion. And they glam her up. I mean, she looks flawless.
I think.
Have you seen all the memes on Instagram and stuff of like they put her picture beside her picture on the reunion? I mean, I feel like they purposely tried to make her not look great to garner some sympathy.
I think she just wore the wrong color. She was too pale and pink.
You've always been an Erica Jane fan.
Who, me?
Yeah, you have all of her CDs and danced to her music.
That is such a lie, right from the balls of hell. You are an Erica Jane.
No,
fan.
I have never really cared for her.
Peter Monn.
I don't care for her.
You were
she's
taken
okay.
up for a couple weeks ago.
What did I? No. I took up for Sutton. If you want to, let's talk.
Oh God.
See?
Peter is Sutton.
How am I Sutton?
He is Sutton.
How am I Sutton? And I'm also Marlo.
No, I can see you so. I can see you so looking at someone and going, "What do I have to be jealous of you for?" Those ugly leather pants. That was funny.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I do love Sutton, but Sutton looks like my mom. That's part of it. I said that to you, and you were like, she does kind of look like your mom a little bit. Like,
your mom's a lot prettier than Sutton.
Well, I like Sutton, but we talked about this in the last one. But her Erica Jane getting up in her face and threatening her and all that kind of stuff. I would have walked out.
Oh, you wait till you watch the third one.
I mean, Tanya has seen me throw my messenger bag up, but listen, I got into it with somebody at Tanya's house one time.
They disrespected me.
She wanted to call my friend a B, and I said, oh, no, that's not going to happen, and you owe her an apology, and she wouldn't apologize, and I threw Tanya still jokes about it to this day. I took my messenger bag, and I threw it over my shoulder, and I said, let me tell you something.
Watch out when he puts his messenger bag up.
When I put that messenger bag over my shoulder, we're on. Okay, so, okay, let's get into the questions really quick. Okay, the first question is from Robbie Reeds, who has a novel coming out this year.
Well, hello, Robbie.
He's a friend of mine, and he wanted to say, just want all the opinions on Beverly Hills, really. And then he said Sutton and Crystal. So
I like Crystal.
I like Crystal. I think she's a little boring. I love that she was talking about her age difference and that she stood up for it and was like, I mean, age differences always get such, they're always like, oh, it's such a big deal and whatever. Like, my husband and I are 12 years apart. You and Eric are how many years apart?
13.
13 years apart. My dad and my stepmom, who have been together for 35 years, are 22 years apart. And I love that she said, yeah, my family was really supportive of it, you know? So anyway, I like Crystal. Plus, Crystal won't play games. I mean,
she's a class act.
She is a class act, but I don't know that she'll last on there very long. I think she'll get bored of it.
She's not thick-skinned enough.
Okay. The next question.
Or materialistic.
I can't see these names. Okay, this is from Kayla. Do you think that Erica already knew the question she'd be asked at the reunion?
No.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
I don't think they would do that.
You don't think they would give her if her attorney said the only way she'd show up on the...
Mm-hmm. I don't believe that.
No, because it did seem at points to me that she was kind of thinking through the answers too. Okay. Let's see. This is from Anna. Heather's friendship with Jen Shaw. Is Heather being a pushover? Well, it's interesting because when they were asking, it was on Watch What Happens Live. Who was the person they had on there last? It was, I can't remember who it was. Maybe Whitney?
Well, Heather was on there and he asked her about the thing and she said, I'm just being a friend to Jen. That's not my business.
Okay, but it wasn't Heather. Who else is on that show?
Whitney, Lisa. Oh, God, Lisa drives me crazy.
I can't remember who it was, but they asked who has the fame gone to their head the most? And the person, oh, I know who it was. It was Mary. Mary on Watch What Happens Live, she gonna stick Jesus on you. She was so much better on Watch What Happens Live. Like, that's an act on Salt Lake City. And he asked her, he said, who has the fame gone to the most? And she said Heather with quickness. So do I think that Heather plays the fence? Absolutely. Because I think she doesn't really know who's it gonna be smartest to play closest with, you know?
The girl with the kids that I like so much? That Heather?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she's just a good person.
I think she's a good person too. I think it's interesting.
I just think she doesn't. I don't know. I thought she really stuck up for herself last year.
I thought she did too.
And she's not taking any crap this year.
But it's interesting to me that her and Heather are back again. I think that friendship will be over by the end of the season. Okay, Rachel said, what do you guys think of Mary, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Okay, so she's kind of boring to me on the show, but when I watched her on Watch What Happens Live, did you watch that one?
Mm-mm.
Like, it was a totally different Mary. I mean, she was very, on the show, she's always like, what just happened? But she's hilarious, and she's got a lot of humor. When you, in person, on the interview, she was like, did I just say that? I mean, she was saying really funny stuff. Like, she was really, I would love to have a conversation with her. I like her more after watching her on Watch What Happens Live.
I don't like her because I don't like her at all. That's just my opinion. But
that's my opinion!
It's my opinion. But what was interesting is I feel like that she's really fighting to stay in because she really doesn't have that big of a storyline after it all came out. She married her grandpa. But when did you watch this week's? Did you watch it this
No,
week's?
but that was last
Well, see,
week.
you haven't even watched it. So she was in the car and she said, Lisa said, oh, I'll have to Google it. And she started a big fight with her. So I think the fight was fake. She just wanted someone to fight with.
But the thing that's interesting to me about Mary is, Mary, for being so boring on the show, she doesn't show up to half the stuff, first of all, right?
Or she sleeps.
Or she sleeps at the reunion. But the thing is, she's gotten in so much drama with most of the people on the show that she could be the #1 person if she would get out there, you know?
Well, I think she's trying, but it ain't working.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, Lisa Rinna, genuine or ASS kisser to Erica? Well, I think both. I really like her. I really do think that Lisa Rinna is genuine. I think, here's the thing. I think
she's smart.
She's smart, and I think she's very close with Erica. And I think one-on-one with Erica, she would sit down and have that conversation with her. I think...
You should have watched the reunion.
I just talked about this in my vlog last night. Girl, you are always forever messing with my heat.
Because she...
If you just synced it, it would be fine.
I don't want your same heat. I want to be a degrees different. It's last night on the reunion, they asked about the Erica Jane's Instagram and how she was just like, F you, and had naked pictures and stuff. And Lisa did say, I think you should pull it back a little bit, which...
Yeah, I think she's real. But they all, for me, co-sign Erica's BS. I don't get it. I guess they're
scared of her.
Of what?
Kyle is so scared of her.
I don't understand that.
But Kyle pretty much played both sides of the fence.
Okay, I cannot read this name. Joan? Lisa versus Whitney. Do you think the restaurant date was a name-clearing setup?
Yes.
Yes, I do. But I don't think it was real, and I think... I go back and forth with Lisa. I just think she's really fake, and I think she got called out, and she knows it. And that party, she turned that whole thing on, like, why is everybody coming for me, and why are you talking to her? Now, I would feel a little betrayed if you were talking to somebody else about me, but, like, I don't know. I don't understand the Mormon religion of you're my fifth cousin, and now we're best friends. So, I don't understand that whole thing with, like, Whitney and her. But I do think Lisa's backstabber and talks behind people's backs. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Favorite, least favorite, all-time housewife, and then same question for which franchises. Who's your favorite housewife of all time?
Bethany Frankel.
No, I don't dislike
Everybody
Bethany.
hates a winner.
No. When she was on that, I was thinking of the Baroness or whatever her name is. What's her name? The Contessa. What's her name?
Luann.
Luann. But what's her title? Is it what?
Oh, I don't know.
But when she said that people were upset with, like, something about her singing, and she said they're just jealous when they read the comment. You know, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When she was getting in the cab.
My favorite housewife of all time, taking away the meanness, would be Nene Leakes.
You've always liked
Love Nene Leakes.
Who's the most hated?
I feel like she also has had a really tough life. And, so, oh, I know what the thing we were watching the other night was when she called Kenya out for not being at the charity thing. And she said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Kenya. We'll do a charity together, and I'm putting $20,000 of my money in it right now, and I'll write the check, and you'll do the same. And Kenya just sat there, and she was like... And Nina's like, are we on? Andy, are we on? Are we on?
I think they're just mean girls. I think they should uplift each other. I just think it's...
I think every single one
I love Housewives, but it really bothers me to the point how it shows women turning on each other. And the guys are always getting along.
Well, that was the one thing I liked about Salt Lake City last season, was that in the reunion, they seemed to support each other a little bit in the end. But, I mean, if there was no fighting, it wouldn't be the Real Housewives.
Except for Miracle.
She was asleep. Okay, who's your favorite, did you say? Bethany Frankel. Who's your least favorite?
Ramona.
I love Ramona.
Oh, I think she's a horrible person. She's the most selfless. I mean, she's the most self-centered.
My least favorite ever my least favorite. God. I really liked Vicky on Orange County, too. My least favorite, and I like...
Oh, I don't like Tamara. Tamara's one of my least favorite.
My least favorite, I liked Lisa Vanderpump. I wish she would come back, but I didn't like that she didn't show up for the reunion. Who else is... Brandi Glanville made great television, but I didn't like her. Kim Richards just makes me sad. Who is Kelsey Grammer's... Camille. I don't like Camille.
Yeah.
She bores me. And they had her on Watch What Happens Live the other day. I was like, who cares?
Oh, I didn't like that other one either that was married to Paul. The
Eileen?
Plastic surgeon. No, I don't like her either.
Eileen, that was
Paul,
on
no.
the soap opera?
No, it was Paul Nassifar. He's a plastic surgeon. It was his wife. They own a lot of Vegas hotels.
I don't know. Who's the one that's coming back onto Orange County, whose husband is a plastic surgeon? They have the huge house. They just
Dubrow. Heather Dubrow.
I like her.
I don't.
She might be one of my favorites, too. Okay.
She's too tutti-frutti.
She's always happy. Where are we at? Oh, it's gonna stop. Hold on just a second. Okay, we're back.
Well, she's always happy because she's had so much plastic surgery, so it's a permanent.
Tanya!
It's the truth!
Okay, just writing to say, we need more Tanya Jean! That's from Emily. Okay, thoughts on Jen Shaw's assistant liking rude tweets about Brooks. Okay, first of all, I just want to say, I do not believe, and I think that Brooks... Oh, I'll hit you. I think that Brooks handled himself very, very well. I don't know why we're making Brooks the main character of the show, but it's whatever. It's okay.
I don't know.
He seems like a nice kid. But I will say that, first of all, I do not believe that Jen Shaw's assistant did that. I believe that was Jen Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
And he's taking the fall for her.
He is, yes. And the fact that she sat, at that meeting with Brooks and apologized, I think that's fantastic. But don't sit there and apologize and lie out of your mouth at the same time. I have a huge issue with that, okay?
That was so weird.
You should have just owned it. You should have said, you know what, Brooks? Like, you had said enough things about seeing Mom for JJ, and I was over it, and so I just liked the tweets. It was inappropriate. I'm a grown woman. It wasn't kind. It won't happen in the future. Like, why can't we have those kind of moments? That would make for great television, But it made me sad. The whole situation makes me sad. I don't know. Okay. Do you like Kathy Hilton? Do you think she lives up to all the hype that she's getting online from this season?
I think she's entertaining.
I think she's entertaining too.
But it's almost in this this world, for me, it's.
You think she's clueless?
I think it's just pretty.
You think she's clueless to a point of almost kind of being offensive about things at times, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just think not knowing what's hunky door, like I just feel like she is so, like, that's cute and that's funny, but in this time I think it's almost arrogant to never been to Walmart. I've never done this. I lived at the Wardolph or the whatever for 4 years with my kids. Or I just think that's a little much for people that are like us, who are just working our butts off and just want entertainment. I don't want it pushed down my face.
I think that one of the most important conversations that occurred on the Beverly Hills season this year, though, that didn't really get a lot of talk about it, was when it was with Garcelle, and I think it was with Kathy Hilton, when she said, Kathy was like, well, when I grew up with Michael Jackson, which, first of all, I just was like, okay.
Excuse me.
Right. And she was like, I grew up with Michael Jackson, and, we would have this conversation, and she's like, I don't see color. And Garcelle said, you can see me as a woman, and you can see me as this, but if you don't see my color, then you're not truly seeing who I am. And I was like, exactly. Right?
Well, it's almost clueless to the point where it's offensive.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see color. Well, that's bull.
Right.
I mean, if someone says that is so offensive to the person of color.
Right, and and I asked Alex, I said, what do you think about this? He goes, if somebody doesn't see me for being Latino, then they aren't really seeing me for my full life experience of who I am in that moment, and they don't know unless they ask. I love Garcelle. I think she has been really good on this season, and the one thing I love about Garcelle is that she will not back down. Like, she holds to her stuff. She's like, whatever. But the sauce thing cracked me up, though.
I think the thing that bothers me most about Garcelle is just how she makes up with everybody and then she doesn't let it go. So you're either going to let it go or you're going to not let it go.
I think she's like me, though, and you'll know what I mean by this, where it's like she thinks about something, she lets it go, but then, like, it's still bothering her. Like, later she'll be like, you know what, though? Like, it's still bothering her,
But
right?
that's on her. It's not on the other women.
That's true.
Because she's like, this Denise Richards thing.
Why? How did that come up in the very last?
Why are you so...
I rewound that episode because I was like, how all of a sudden is she just looking at Lisa Rinna and saying, I still think you need to talk to Denise Richards?
Man, Lisa Rinna, though, she was a class act when she was like, maybe someday.
At the same exact time in the news, Denise Richards is getting in all that trouble by her daughter.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I think that's why they put that piece in there, because they knew that it would be brought up. Okay, what is this? Okay, some of these questions I don't know. Opinion on Kathy. Does she bring anything to the table, or is she boring? I mean, she's not going to bring any drama, but I like her on the show. I think she's funny. I think she's entertaining.
She eats on TV trays.
Do you think Kyle is two-faced?
Yes.
Yes.
I like her.
I like her too, and I didn't think she used to be. The whole situation with Sutton in the store really upset me, and I thought she could stand up for Sutton more.
And with Lisa.
Okay, let's see. We love you, Tanya Jean. Oh, that's from Joelle from San Diego. Hey.
Hey, Joelle.
Is Lisa Rinna a bad or a genuine person? So many people are asking that. Which housewife would be your best friend in real life? Oh, that's such a good question. Marlo Hampton, give it to me. Who would be my best friend in real life? I should pick for you who I think yours would be, and you pick for me.
Mine would be Teddy Mellencamp. I love Teddy Mellencamp.
Not who you love, okay, but who would
No, she would be my friend. Like, she loves horses, she loves animals. Johnny Cougar's her dad. He's from Seymour. I think her and I would be friends.
Okay, well, who would be my best friend?
Either Dorit or Sutton.
No, what?
Oh,
let me pick for you then, girl. Okay.
I can see you in Sutton.
Well,
I can see us.
I could see Sutton and I being really good friends. I think in real life, Kyle, because Kyle's also very sweatshirt sitting on the floor of the bedroom talking and stuff. I think that's what I like about, and she was in Halloween.
Who would be my friend?
Who would be your best friend? Phaedra.
Oh, I cannot stand Phaedra. You're so mean.
No, who would be your best friend? Bethany, Frankel, Carol. Carol would be your best friend.
Oh my God, I can't stand her.
Who else would be your best friend? Oh, I know who I can't stand. Who is the one that was married to the financial organization guy on New York? I can't think of her name. She used to party with John F. Kennedy Jr. and Madonna.
That's Carol.
No. That's not Carol.
Yeah, it is, but she's JFK. She was related to JFK.
Okay, but then who's the woman I'm thinking of? I'm talking about the person that she used to get real intoxicated at stuff. And her last name is like something Merrill Lynch or something like that. Shoot, you're gonna make me look up the cast.
That's Sonia Morgan.
Sonia Morgan. Yes, Morgan.
You don't like Sonia?
No, she always is so braggadocious about stuff. Oh, I know
Sonia Morgan? I thought you loved her. I love Sonia.
No, I love the one with the blonde short hair. The one with the short blonde hair. What's her name? It's not Dorit, but it's like that. I haven't watched New York in a
Dorinda.
Dorinda. I love
you and Dorinda would be best friends.
Me and Dorinda would be good friends.
Bitter to them.
Tanya. You are not my friend anymore, and I'm calling up Kyle Richards.
Okay. You gave me Phaedra as a friend.
Do you believe Erica? No. Let's do some just quick.
I believe Erica.
I don't believe Erica, but I don't think that she can say what she
knew.
I think she knew to some extent what was going on.
Oh, I don't.
I don't think. Do I believe her whole? Okay, I don't know about that. Do I believe about the cheating and all that kind of stuff? No, I think she's known all along, and she just is.
Oh yeah. He's been knocking his. Oh my God! Can I just say though, PK and Mauricio, when they were laughing at the dinner about the story, remember that?
Yeah.
That would be so me and you, because it was so inappropriate. But it was in that moment, and I love their friendship.
So, speaking of PK, in the article that I read about Dorit possibly being canceled because she doesn't bring enough to the show.
She got burglarized.
Today, you said.
Held by gunpoint.
That's horrible. Did you see that on the news or something?
Yeah.
So, they're saying that the only reason that they keep her, Bravo keeps her, is because PK is entertaining. I don't know that I believe that. I think she brings drama to the show. Someone said, how do you feel about Rinna and Dorito? Talk to Rita, it says Dorito. Talking to Garcelle. How do you feel about how Rinna and Dorito talk to Garcelle? I don't understand that question, I guess.
Oh, I do. Rinna and Garcelle have been friends for 20 years. That's whatever between them. Dorit is so condescending to Garcelle.
She is.
She's lucky Garcelle said on the reel she will never be talked to like that again. Because she said she was so taken back.
Well, that's the cluelessness of how I think Dorit doesn't understand how she speaks when she says, you know, we have people, like our kids interact, we have diverse people around or whatever. And then she said something to the effect of,
she's from Minnesota.
So Garcelle asked her, or is it just people that, you know, of color that work for you? And she said, no, I mean, we have family friends and we've made it a point. So you've made it a point that your kids have friends with diverse people. Like that's almost, to me, honestly, like, it's a little racist in itself.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think Dorit gets any of this, so.
Which is kind of weird, because if she was really from London, then she wouldn't be like that.
Well, and she said my parents have accents, that's why I have an accent. I don't believe that.
Oh, bullcrap. They're sitting on a fishing dock right now in Minnesota. I'm kidding. I don't know where she's from.
Oh my God, so many people ask about Erica. No question, I just love Tanya, said Peppermint Patty. You're stranded on an island, you get to choose 3 housewives to help you. Who do you pick? And then this is what we're gonna end on.
Help me do what?
Help you live for the rest of your life on a deserted island. You get 3.
Oh my God. You go first.
Nene.
Oh,
Marlo.
Nene would eat you the first day.
No, she wouldn't. We get along so well. Nene, Marlo.
Get voted out.
There was no voting out. You live on the island forever with them. Nene, Marlo, and Candy.
I would pick Candy. Bethany.
I love Candy.
I would do Candy, Bethany, and that Emily.
Do you think Todd's attractive? Candy's husband?
No.
I think he's kind of hubba.
He's too short for me.
I think Mauricio is so attractive. And who else's husband? Not Lisa. Not Lisa. I don't think what's his face, Harry. Everybody's like they swoon over Harry Hamlin.
Well,
right?
you're younger. Like you're 10 years younger than me. Harry Hamlin's good looking.
Okay, when I was growing
He had a
up, I
baby
remember
from
the shows and all the stuff.
Oh,
okay. He was real famous in Germany, wasn't he?
No, he was real famous here.
Well, okay, but not like he wasn't like what's the guy that
Oh, he was sexiest man of the year twice. Oh, I thought he was. I don't think he is now.
Who? By People Magazine?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I know. Wait. What is
Okay, those are my three. What are your three?
Bethany, Candy, and who else did I say? Oh, that Emily from Real Housewives of Orange County.
Emily?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it in a while. Who is she new?
Mm-mm. Been on 3 years.
I haven't watched it probably in 3 years. What were you going to say, though?
That's it.
You got anything else to say to people?
No, do you?
No. I was going to say something about Erica Jane suing somebody, but I can't remember what the quote was.
Oh,
I'm going to sue you.
oh she did. She told
You
him.
wanna get sued?
She
You
told
won't get sued.
You won't get sued. She told him last night that
She's suing all of them?
no, she stands straight back and she puts her shoulders back and she's like,
You do a pretty good Erica Jane.
I'm keeping score. I'm keeping score, and no, believe me, I'm keeping score. I would be like, oh, what do you want to? I mean, and they were like, what if I said that to you?
I'd say you need to get out of my car.
Yes, I need to go home.
I need to get All right, so we're gonna get off here now. Thank you for being in the video. We'll do another
you're
video.
welcome.
We'll wrap up the stuff anyway. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.